Assalamu alaikum my brothers and sisters, and thank you for joining us here for another video. Today we start our journey off in Derby, but today we are heading to Birmingham. It's actually my third time in Birmingham, and I've only ever seen the town centre. So today we're going to branch out a little bit and go and see a Muslim area in Birmingham called Alum Rock. Of course I'm joined by my wife, who's poking a little head in trying to get a moment of fame. And we're also going to be heading to an area today which I'm really excited for, which shows you like what England used to look like over the generations of time. So we're going to see like the new generation of like Islam in Birmingham, but we're also going to see how life used to look here in England. So without further ado, let's get into the video. And our train is arriving right now in the distance. As I said, we're currently here in Derby. The way the trains work here is really weird in England. It doesn't happen like this anywhere else, but like it's cheap. Okay, this isn't our train, it turns out. This is another train. Our train should be arriving here. But the way the train system works in England is so weird, right? So if you want to get a direct train for example, from our hometown in Nottingham to Birmingham, you're going to pay like 50 quid. But if you stop somewhere in between, you're going to pay £30 because it's like a split fare thing. It's a really weird system, and I don't know why we do it. So we had to stop off like the city next to Nottingham before we get to Birmingham. Very strange, very strange. Our train has arrived now. I think we paid around £30 for these tickets, and we had to get off somewhere in between. But when you see the quality of these trains, right, sometimes you will pay maybe £200, £300 to London if you book it on the day, which is insane by the way. And for what you actually get, I think it's so overpriced, the trains in England. So overpriced. Let's go in this way. So they've got these little storage areas where you can take your bags if you're going to the airport, and then we've got seats all the way down. Also, you don't get given a seat, so it's just about trying to find two spare seats together. Let's sit here. As you can see, there's an electric thing that says if the seat's available, and if it's reserved, it will say that it's reserved. But the trains I think are very outdated in England. Like there's nothing impressive, nothing that says, oh, this is £100 seat on a train. Even the Wi-Fi on these trains is awful, like it just doesn't even work. And obviously you're going through tunnels a lot, so you end up most of your journey not even having any internet through the journey. I think when they designed these trains, they originally had plans to put like a screen on here, because obviously, like I said, you don't have internet most of the time, so you just end up talking, and if you're on your own, then you're probably better off just bringing a book. But look, they have like this little touchpad thing. It's not on all the trains, there's different train systems in England, but this one has channels, it has volume, and it has a little like a really outdated headphone jack there, but like I said, there's no even screen on it. I think when they were designing it, they planned to put the screens on here, but all you get is this little metal tray. Welcome to Birmingham. This place honestly feels like an airport. This is probably the most impressive train station I've seen in England. It looks amazing in here. It's very clean, very modern, and really bright. And they've got this big bull over here, which is like the symbol of Birmingham. And the maddest thing about this is it's not just like a statue, it actually moves. Like the head, the eyes are all moving. We'll go around in just a second and we'll have a look at it from the front, but this place is crazy impressive. Have you seen a train station like this in England? Most of them are rubbish, aren't they? They're just like a platform, a little...
Not huge, as much as this one.
Yeah, this one is like the most airport standard. Most of the time when we've travelled other countries, in fact Turkey's a perfect example, every coach station, every train station, all of them were like an airport. They had kebab shops, they were really, really interesting. And the Birmingham one here as well. Yeah, Birmingham is like, it's like kind of like the second capital, kind of like the third capital, because we've got Manchester, London and Birmingham, and those are the three major cities, and this is the second most major city for Islam. And then I swipe my ticket. Wow, look at this place. Oh my gosh, look, you know how I was just saying about how Turkey had a very impressive coach station and stuff. Look at this place, look. They're selling baklava, like loads of little Turkish treats, licorice. It's all halal as well. Look at that big baklava, wow. And then here they've got the little Turkish delight. I don't really like this kind of Turkish delight, but this one tastes so good. It's like a nugget with like pistachios on it. Oh, it's amazing. And then just from there we have the big Birmingham Bull. It really feels like an airport. It's got a WH Smith, which is in like every English airport. They sell like meal deals, books, Here we've got a supplement store, and there is the big bull. It's not moving anymore, it must be like in intervals, but the eyes glow up like purple, the head moves around. It's like a little thing for kids, I think. Like the kids love this kind of thing. The what? Oh, look at them taking a picture with their dog and the bull. Anyway, let's head out now and try and find our way to Alum Rock. And this is what the train station looks like from the outside. So beautiful, it's massive as well. I remember when I first came to Birmingham, I couldn't find this place at all. And now looking at it from here, it feels so stupid that I didn't just see this big metallic outside of a building. Anyway, we've ordered an Uber now to head to Alum Rock. To get there, you can actually take the train, which is £3, but they come every hour. So I couldn't be bothered to wait an hour when the Uber was only £5.95, which is a bargain. It's only about 2 miles out of the centre of Birmingham as well, so not too bad at all. So let's wait for the Uber and head straight in to Alum bloody Rock.
Woohoo!
Automatic door. Assalamu alaikum. Lewis, yeah? Nice one. Oh, it smells nice in here.
Shopping area?
We're going for food.
Oh,
Food, inshallah. Is there good food in Alum Rock?
yeah.
Alhamdulillah, we've arrived now to Alum Rock Road, and already things feel a lot different here than in the centre of Birmingham. Birmingham centre is just like any other major city. Well, this is like a nice little town called Alum Rock, and it is Muslim majority. I think it's 65%, don't quote me on this, Pakistani. So as you can see, you're going to see a lot of Pakistani culture here, a lot of the traditional wear. I don't know if these are for like weddings. They look sort of like wedding-y style. Even this shop next door as well is the same. They're selling the wedding-y, like really fancy clothes, but inside they're also selling like the simpler, more traditional style of clothes. Like in Morocco, they wear the simple sort of thobes. They have the same thing as well here. Al Halal. We've got a big shopping centre here. There's just so much. I feel like I don't know where to start. There's a lot of food. Yeah, there's a lot of food places here, as you can see. There's Desi Roti, Rock Charcoal and Grill, Sandal House and Kabul Express. But we're going to start off with Al Halal, like the football team, Al Hilal. Whoa, okay, this place is big. Oh, mashallah, they're playing the Quran in here. Wow, I love that, they're playing the Quran. It's so rare for you to go in any shop in England and to hear the Quran. You know, when you're in a Muslim country, this is like a very normal thing. At all shops they play Quran, so it feels nice. I feel like I'm on holiday right now. They've got a lot of fresh fruit and a lot of like international export. They've got okra. I don't even know what that is. What is that? I've never seen this stuff in my life. What is this? What is that? I've never seen anything like this in my whole life. But there's, oh yeah, there is signs that says what they are, but I don't want to walk all the way around just to look. But they've got loads of different fresh fruits and big bags of seasonings. One of the biggest benefits of having a lot of people immigrate to England is just the immense amount of spices you can buy here. Like, you have spices from Afghanistan, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. There's just so much. So when you come to these shops, like compared to a Tesco or just a basic shop, you find all of these like huge tikka masalas, little curries you've never even heard about, mango pickle in oil, never seen that before. It's like there's just so many different things that feel like you've never seen them. But I can imagine, obviously, in like Pakistan and stuff, you go in the shop and these are everywhere. I say that like I've not been to Pakistan. I don't remember really looking in the shops in Pakistan. The other day we were in a Bangla town area in London, and they had the same thing. Look, if you look, the text here, I think that's Bengali, and they've got the huge fish. I feel like fish is just always associated with the Bengalis. And then here we've got a big butcher shop, look, selling all sorts of meats. Last time I was here, someone told me that it's actually cheaper in Birmingham to buy halal meat than it is in Nottingham. Well, so far the prices all look the same to me, to be honest. So this semolina is bringing back memories. When I was in Pakistan, I had this for breakfast. I went for breakfast with some guys that I met there, and I had this, and it was incredible. It was like, well, it's semolina. They obviously put like some syrups and stuff in it. Oh my gosh, this for breakfast. Next level. Look how many seasonings they've got in here though. It is crazy. I really love this shop though. They have so many options. No matter what you want, they have it, and everything in here is halal. You know, you go to some places that they have halal options, they also have alcohol, shisha, stuff like that. This shop is just pure halal, and so international and diverse as well. I promise you, anything you can imagine, you can find it in this shop. Just the fact they play Quran in here, I would come every day just to stroll around casually, listen to the Quran. Usually when I'm in a shop, I'm in a rush. I'm like, hurry up and buy, please hurry up and buy it, man. But if I was in here, I'd just take it chill. Honestly, this place is nothing like I imagined. You got the Afghanistan flying up there. There's a weird thing in the UK at the minute actually that's happening right now about the England flag, and if you fly the England flag it means you're a far right and you want to get rid of immigration and all this stuff. It's crazy right now, but I think it's nice to see other flags in this country. I wish I did see more English flags without it being such a racist symbol, but it is what it is. It's nice to see here as well, just like a whole mixture of cultures here. And according to ChatGPT, this is not my word, so if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but 6% of the population in Alum Rock, this area of 25,000 people, 6% are white British. So it's heavily...
I'm gonna swim to the other side.
Yeah. So it's heavily dominated by Pakistanis, Bengalis, Afghanis. So I can only imagine the food is going to be incredible, and it's something that, well, one of the main reasons I wanted to come here was to try some of the different variety of food. I didn't notice this, but across from, just in the middle of all these shops, you would have never guessed that this is actually a masjid. So one floor is a masjid and the second floor is Bangladesh Welfare Association. So there must be a big Bengali community here. But that's crazy, I would have never looked at that and said, oh, that's a masjid. Assalamu alaikum. The majority of the shops so far are women's clothing. Oh my gosh, but look at this shop. Junaid Jamshed. Wow. That's, yeah, this is like the premium shop, I would say. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I love it. I have too many Islamic outfits already. But oh my gosh, look at that brown one. MashaAllah. So clean. Let's head inside and see what some of the prices are like. Bismillah. Oh, I just slammed the door. Oh, they've got perfumes in here as well. A lot of fragrances. And then they've got the traditional women's clothes as well. I really like this style actually, it looks really nice. I'm not sure what country this is. Okay, we're just gonna leave it, turns out. This is what I hate about England, man. Like, people are so weird about filming. That's unfortunate. So, this is one thing that is weird about England. I don't know, it's just weird, but like I've gone in that shop then, and obviously I'm talking nice about the shop, by the way. I'm going in, it looks beautiful in there, it looks very nice. But then she's like, oh, if you want to film, you need to talk to the manager about filming in here. And it's like, yeah, but I'm just showing the shop, like, it's a nice place, I just want to show it, but it's not worth all the headaches sometimes. Like, England is very like that. People just don't really like the camera. It's kind of strange. Like, you go to other countries and people are so like welcoming, loving to be on camera. England is the opposite. Everyone hates to be on camera. The restaurants here are so unique. Look, they have like a very old traditional street food kind of vibe. One of them, I was going to go to this one and try some food, but they said no cards, so maybe we'll come back inshallah and try this one later. It has that real street food vibe, which I love. So we'll just keep walking up Alum Rock Road and see what else we can see. Wow, subhanallah, look at this place, guys. A bazaar. I've never seen anything like this in England, seriously. A bazaar. So this is going to be like probably a clothing bazaar. As you can see, they've got this like very unique, I'm struggling to identify what countries are like they're portraying. I don't know, if I'd guess, I would say Pakistan. Yeah, I'd say Pakistan. I've been to Pakistan though, I didn't see anything like that other than the buses. It's a Pakistani bus. Yeah. Yes, okay, it's the Pakistani buses that drive around in like Karachi and stuff. Wow, this feels like you're stepping into somewhere else. Like, this does not feel like a shopping centre that you just come across in town centre, like in the centre of a city, for example. But look, there's Islamic books, all of them in Arabic. Oh, and you was literally just saying to me, Arabic. Oh, it's not. What is it?
I don't know what they call
okay, it's not Arabic.
Yeah, it's
I know
Arabic letters.
Arabic calligraphy, but not Arabic words.
Yes, it's
Assalamu alaikum. Okay, we've come into the shop now that was selling the books that I thought was Arabic. I've asked permission to film as well and they're happy with it, so that's cool. Either way, alhamdulillah, she said it's okay for us to film, so we'll have a look at the little thobes. Look at this, the little Palestinian thobe. I'm loving this thobe at the minute. I really want to get the white one. I keep seeing it everywhere I've travelled, but look at this. They have like Islamic clocks, they're playing the Quran in here. Oh, it's a beautiful shop. Beautiful. I'll try and find the name for you before I leave, but I would love to buy something like this for my house, you know, the Arabic calligraphy, and decorate my house up nice with them. Because look, even just for like a clock in the room to watch for prayer times, like, they're so beautiful, especially this one. Look at this. MashaAllah. And this shop isn't that expensive either. Look, they've got a sales rack here that's only £15, and they're selling a mixture of abayas for women, they're selling thobes over there for men. And here's the video of them playing the Quran. Okay, let's have a little look around and see what else they're selling. So they're selling the caps, the Islamic caps that you but they're seen as like a sign of humility. You know, when you go to the mosque you wear these and it's a sign of humility. Wow, look at these dresses. MashaAllah. These are beautiful. I feel like they're a bit too in your face though. Like, unless you're going out for like a nice meal in the middle of Dubai, I don't think you'd wear this kind of thing in England. It's a bit too flashy, you know, you'd stand out a bit too much. We're looking at the Moroccan thobes now, and Iman was like, show this, made in Morocco. I'm looking to buy a black thobe like this, but where this part is also black. I've seen one before where they have like the black stripes.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh yeah, like this style.
That's your size.
That's it. What size is this one? Large?
Double X. Because you know, double X feels a bit baggy. You
Oh,
want
tall boy.
Yeah.
Can I put it on over the top of this?
Yeah, of course you can.
Okay, put this.
That's your size.
I think you're right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's literally perfect
Oh,
size. Okay, perfect. Thank you. I will get this one.
I know those sizes. I do this every day.
I would have guessed size large, so you know better than me.
You know, can you see those Dubays, them ones?
Yeah.
Those straight
Oh,
ones.
those ones there. Yeah.
You're probably large in that. In Morocco, I think you're double X because they're meant to be baggy.
Okay, yeah.
They don't look nice.
And I don't like when it. I like when it's obviously above the ankle,
you
but
have
not
to, yeah.
all the
And
way up
you're
my
revert.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. I revert to Islam, and then I meet my wife 2 years later. So, yeah, we meet in Morocco. Yeah.
She turned to Islam. And when I asked her, she was going through depression.
Yeah.
And she decided to go to come to Islam.
Yeah.
And you won't believe it, alhamdulillah. She was a new girl.
Oh,
She's a
mashallah.
new girl now.
Yeah, there's so much
She
more
goes,
peace of mind.
Yeah, she goes, Islam changed me.
Yeah. Islam brings so many beautiful
Yeah,
things to your
it's
life. Yeah, if you just listen to the media, then you will never find the truth.
It's the owner father.
That's the owner.
No, owner father.
Owner's father.
Yeah.
Oh, so you know this bazaar? What is it, Pakistani or?
Yeah, Pakistani. It's a-
Oh, okay. I've been to Pakistan and I loved it. I thought it was Pakistan. Do you know the thing above? Is that the Pakistani bus?
Yes.
Yeah, I recognise the patterns from the buses in Karachi.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so there's just loads of Islamic shops. Most of them are Pakistani, and yeah, so the owner's father is the picture that's up there. So I assume one guy's bought this building and he's rented out little shops to each person. That shop, by the way, the one I came in, was as you come in on the right, and they were really lovely people. I told them, look, I have a YouTube channel and I'm wanting to just film your shop, and they were like, yeah, that's fine, that's completely fine. And they were really, really nice, had a nice conversation with me. And the shop name for the one I went to is Rumaisa Abaya and Thobes, and they have Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Really friendly people in there, actually. You know, as I was saying, like, people in England are really weird about filming. Like, if you go in a shop and start filming, automatically they stop filming. So now I feel like I have to announce the fact that I have to, like, that I want to film when I go in. I ended up buying the Moroccan thobe. It cost me £25, and I was literally just saying to you how I don't need any more thobes and I'm not going to buy any more, but when it comes to the Moroccan thobes, I'm a sucker for them. I think I've got almost every colour now, and the only one I was missing really was black, so alhamdulillah we now have the black. And this place isn't just one floor, it's actually many floors. I think it says more shops on the first floor.
First one only tailor is there. Only
Sorry?
tailor.
Oh, tailoring. Oh, okay, so upstairs is the tailoring section, which I don't need. So I feel like I'm never going to be able to get to the end of the street, because every time I leave one area, which was over there, I see something else that catches my interest. Over here, we've got a textile shop. So this is where they were actually like make the clothes for you. You know, it's like a tailor's. You buy the material and they make it for you. Oh my gosh, this place is crazy. Look at all the different dresses. Look, so you can show them, you can buy one like this that they've tailor made, or you can find the material and say, oh, I would like this style, and they will make it for you here.
That's reminds me of Morocco.
Yeah, they do this a lot in Morocco, isn't it? Your mum, I remember you saying, she will buy the material and they will make her the...
This is how she make all Moroccan, like the jalaba that she wear. She's gonna go to somewhere like that and she's gonna buy this material.
And then they'll make it for you.
Yeah, she will go for the person that who's doing that job and for her.
I love to see like classic things that are still in like modern life, you know, like this, like making the dresses. Now we just go to like River Island, we buy things that are ready made. But I love that especially in like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, they hold on to their culture so well, and I really love to see it. I know obviously there's some people in England that complain like, oh yeah, these shops, and they hate on they just hate Islam, don't they? There's some people in England that hate Islam, but I love to see a range of cultures here. I think it brings so much diversity and it brings so many different elements to England. For example, food, like the spices of food, the clothing, it's amazing. In the middle of Alum Rock Road there is a church that's shut down. I think that's because the majority of this area, they're all Muslim, so, and churches, you know, a lot of people don't really go to the church anymore that are Christian, so eventually I can see that becoming a mosque, to be honest, because there's already about 5 or 6 mosques just turned from houses all down the road. And it's hard to turn those kind of buildings into like shopping centres and stuff like that. They seem to stay as religious buildings. That seems to be the theme of, like, if a church or a synagogue closes, it usually does turn to like a mosque, or if a synagogue closes, it turns to a church. One thing that's undeniable about Muslim communities is they buy from the community. I said this the other day, but like when you buy from the community, you have a thriving community, in my opinion. Like, look how busy the streets are here, full of Muslim people shopping. The fact that these shops are able to stay open just shows you how active the community is here. When we're back in Nottingham and we see other places, I like Dewsbury the other day, everything's shutting down because no one's supporting the businesses. However, in Muslim areas, everyone is out eating in the street. They're eating the street food, they're buying from the clothes shops. I have no idea what's kicking off here, but there is a massive queue for this shop. Bear in mind, there is like loads of these Islamic shops selling abayas and dresses. I think there's a huge sale, but how often do you see this? People queuing to get in and out of a shop on a bloody Tuesday afternoon at 12 in the afternoon. Crazy. He's having to literally close the door to stop people going in. There's that many people. It's crazy. And look at this. As much as people are trying to do good, that's not good, man, because they're throwing mouldy bread. It stinks. It absolutely stinks of just mouldy dough, and there's pigeons everywhere trying to eat it. I know people are probably doing this out of a good, like, from a good place, you know, they're trying to like feed the animals and get reward, but there's a way of doing it, and I don't think it's that, to be honest, just coating the street in old mouldy bread. Look, they're even flying on top of the cars, look. The pigeons are just all over because of that bread. What do you think about this area so far, like seeing, you know, a massive bunch of Muslims?
Personally, I found it so good, and it makes me feel so jealous that Pakistani Bengali people here, they find like a whole community here with all the shops and jewelry and food and whatever you want. Like,
it's like a little dose of home, innit?
Oh, like, it's like, why I'm not finding something Moroccan like that somewhere to like feel like home, you know what I mean? It's nice, honestly.
Yeah, I really like it here. Like I said, I love to see Islamic shops. I love areas that are full of mosques and they play Quran, and for me, I love it. I really love it. And I know there's some people out there that absolutely hate it, but for me, to come here, you know, I can eat a bloody baguette anywhere, but how often do you come down the street and you have so much choice of like different kind of sweets and different foods, different biryanis cooked in different styles?
You're not gonna want to go home if you have all of that.
One thing I will say though is Alum Rock has had its fair share of bad as well, and we're going to go to a spot now and I'll show you an area that was like kind of like targeted by the far right to create propaganda, and it's happened across the UK. You know, there are some people out there that really don't like Islam and they try and target these areas. We're now walking down Langton Road, and this was a road that was targeted by far right, where they spray painted on a wall here. The exact known location, I don't know, I couldn't find it online, but there was 3 places where this happened, where on a plain wall like this here, someone had come along and spray painted no whites. Now, they want it to look like Muslims are writing this to incite violence, essentially. They want to spray paint the wall saying no whites and like make the white people angry in the UK, like look what the Muslims are doing. But there was actually, right, it happened in London a few years back in another place, I think it was Leeds, where it was actually the far right, the white people went to these areas, sprayed no whites on the wall to try and blame the Muslims and incite violence. So it's crazy that these kind of things happen, but they actually do. Something about Birmingham is, and it's notorious, everyone knows this, but when you come off the main streets, you find so much rubbish, man. Like, people just don't really respect their area. It got so bad at one point that the bin men actually like took a stand against it and said, we're not emptying the bins until you sort it out, because look, just everywhere on this street there's just rubbish everywhere and there's no need for it. Like, this is one thing that really bothers me, when people just throw their rubbish in the street. There are bins everywhere on this road, huge ones like this, 4 or 5 of them all down the street. Look, there's 3 over there, and there's bins everywhere, but people choose to just throw it on the floor. And I want to make something clear as well. This is not Islam, you know. Throwing things on the floor is not Islam. This is not the Sunnah. This is a sin for you to throw things on the floor, because a bird could go, eat that bottle, die, and you're at sin for that. You're at fault for throwing it on the floor and not putting it away properly. We've been to 4 places that I would say are like independent businesses, because we don't want to go to just like big fast food chains. We want to support local businesses, but all of them only take card, and no, all of them only take cash, and I don't have my card to withdraw cash to pay them. So I'm just like dabbling in and out of places, trying to find a place that will accept card and not cash. I think we should try this place. It looks interesting. This place is, I think it's Afghanistan, right? Taste of Khyber. Yeah, I've heard Afghanistan food looks really nice. Oh my gosh, look at this dish. That's what I want to try. Let's go in and see if they take card. Right, so this is what the restaurant looks like, guys. Taste of Khyber. I don't know how you pronounce that, but I'm pretty sure this is Afghani. The food looks like Afghani style food. They've got the cricket on over here. Nice little napkins laid out with plates. We were going to sit in this area, but it's a little bit darker. It is quiet, but we want to sit in amongst the people and see the food being made. So we're going to sit here and have a little look at the menu now. Let's see, I really want to get that rice dish that's on the window. I have no idea what the name of it is. One thing I will say is already the service has been great. As I walked in, I asked him, am I allowed to film here? He said, yep, no worries. I said, do you take card? He said, yep, also we take card. So perfect, ticked all the boxes. And within 2 minutes of sitting down, he's already brought us some chili sauce. It looks like a cream kind of sauce, and some freshly prepared salad as well. So service so far has been great. I did ask him about the dish that I saw on the window, and the name of it is Kabli Pilau. So it's like a rice dish. It looks like it has some like currants in there and stuff. I've never tried anything like this before, so I definitely think we'll get that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Oh my god.
Wow. MashaAllah. Look at the food, guys. We've got the big naan that's on like turn the post real quick. This is a lot of bread for 2 people, to be honest.
Yes.
The other way, turn it the other way. Look, it's like a big naan bread on a spike. In here we've got some mild chicken karahi, and then here the famous dish, the Afghani dish. I've seen this on TikTok a few times, this dish, and it can be very expensive. I thought it was just rice and little currants, like it looks like little raisins and carrots on top, but inside there is this absolutely huge piece of lamb. One thing that is nice though is they give you this big spoon, and you can serve your rice like a lot easier. Something I already love about this place is the portions that they give you are sharing sizes. It's sunnah to sit and share food with people, like coming with your wife or coming with your friends. Most people in here are with their friends, there's big groups of people. But it's so nice to come and sit, have a big bowl of rice, some lamb, the chicken curry. Even the way that they serve this, I absolutely love it. Like, they serve it fresh out of the big pan, and it's really the traditional way, like when I had in Pakistan, on the bone. All the chicken is on the bone. As soon as you put down this dish, this is the one that had the most like, whoa, the smell just hits you. It's like so buttery, fragrant, rice. It smells honestly incredible. I can't wait to try it really. So this bowl with the meat and rice, this one was £10. The chicken was £12 and the big naan was £3. So all of this was £25 for all of this. We've just washed our hands and we're going to try and eat it the traditional way with our hands. We've got the lamb and we've got the rice. Oh, this rice already. You know good rice when you feel it, it's like, it's not mushy, it's not hard, it's just somewhere in the middle. Perfect. Bismillah. It's so buttery. Like I said, when it came over, the first thing Iman said was, it smells so buttery. And the taste is really rich, really buttery. The rice is cooked perfectly. And there's also like a little bit of sweetness in there as well. From the raisins. Oh my gosh, when you eat it with the raisins, you just get that burst of sweetness. Like the raisins are so soft, like they're cooked in there. So sweet and delicious. Yeah. Look at the piece of lamb that they've given. It is huge. So big. Oh, I'm loving this rice though. Raisins in rice. I never thought I would try this, but it's so delicious. This rice is some of the best rice I've probably ever eaten. I thought it would be pretty bland, you know, just being rice on its own with a bit of meat in there and these little raisins, but it's so delicious. You know when you eat fried rice and you can eat it just straight on its own as rice? It's the same thing. It has so much flavour on its own. It doesn't need a sauce. We ordered the karahi because we thought, it's going to need a sauce, but it doesn't. It's so tasty on its own. I'll be honest, when I ordered this, I saw that table over there had it and it looked mega impressive. But in terms of us eating all of that, I think it's nearly impossible. Like, it is huge. Like, look at the size compared to our hands. It's a huge naan bread. It looks good at the end of the table though, you know, even if you're not going to eat it. Nice little decoration for £3. Yeah, ooh. It's really soft, warm bread. I'm going to try it now with some of the karahi. Karahi is traditionally made with the piece of chicken with the bone on, because it keeps them more succulent, but they've actually thrown in, thank God, alhamdulillah, some breast pieces so we can really try it with the bread without having to pick through bone. Bismillah.
Chicken karahi is so tasty. You're right.
Incredible. Wow. Since I came back from Pakistan in February or January, I always said to my wife, you need to try a traditional karahi. It's the best curry you will ever have. And we've been trying to make it at home, right? And it's been nice, don't worry, it's been nice, but it's not been like traditional karahi. But today is the first day you've tried the real karahi. What do you think about it? It's the best curry in it. It is.
Best one. Yeah.
You know when you have a curry, I've mentioned this before as well, it needs to pop, you know, you need to have that intensity of flavour, and karahi is the best curry for it. It's so like, has a punch of flavour, nice spice, amazing. Best curry, karahi, and this place, I've smashed it because it tastes incredible. Oh, that salty, spicy karahi with the sweet rice. It's beautiful. Wow, that place, the food was amazing and the service was so nice. Like the people in there were really, really nice, like really attentive, checking is the food okay, can we give you some free tea or anything like that, complimentary. I said no because I don't drink tea, but it was nice just for them to offer and just be so welcoming, nice, like wanting to show us the food. I really enjoyed that place a lot. They had like a really nice, gentle, friendly approach. So I'd definitely go there again. And we've arrived now at Medina Masjid. Look how big this mosque is. Very beautiful and very clean mosque. Oh look, they have like a outdoor toilet and a wudu station here. But the Zuhr time is probably about, well, I think Zuhr Adhan was probably about 25 minutes ago. So we just need to find where the entrance is. It's a very impressive building there. It has a very like British look. Wudu and toilets this way. Ah, here. I will ask. Okay, let's head inside. So because I'm with my wife out, the first thing I always do is ask, where's the women's prayer section? And there was a older uncle who was just here and he said he's going to help try and open a door over there so she can pray wudu. Like I said, we've arrived a little bit late after the adhan, so Most people have left now, like the caretaker. It's very quiet time to be here. So we'll see what happens. Inshallah, he can open the door and then Iman, she can go upstairs and pray there. I think for me, I can just go and pray in here. Okay, we're in the main prayer hall now. The bottom floor is for the men, as you can see. It's very clean. I always have to talk softly in the mosque because it's so quiet. But it's a really nice mosque. I would say this mosque can hold probably about 300-400 people. It's not actually as big as you'd think when you look at the outside, but the middle where the Imam will stand is over here, and then they've got loads of different Quran here. They have them not only in Arabic, but they also have them in I think Urdu, which is the Pakistani language, and Punjabi as well. But it's a very clean mosque. The carpet is like really soft, clean and spongy as well, which is really nice. So down here everyone puts their shoes, and then upstairs the women's prayer hall. Obviously I can't film that, but they also do like dhikr in there. I mean, not dhikr, sorry, Quran classes, and he was saying that the women sit and do dhikr and stuff in there as well. So really nice, very quiet mosque as well. As you can see from the sign, it says silence please, so I'm trying to speak as quiet as possible and not talk too much. I always want to try and respect the rules of the masjid. So grab my shoes here. It's a lot smaller though than what you would imagine. From the outside you would really think that, you know, this is one of those like mosques that can hold like 2,000 people, but it's not. It's a really small, like humble little mosque. I really like this, especially as like a local mosque. It's very quiet in there, very peaceful, and everyone seems to know each other around here as well, so I assume that they have a really good Muslim community. I'll be honest, I always do feel a little bit jealous when I see these real nice, beautiful Muslim communities in England, and I live so far away from them, you know. Where I live, it's just a student city. I know some people have been saying, oh, film a video in Nottingham, but it is just student. It's a student city. It's not really a place where a lot of people settle, and there's not really that much Islam there. But as you can see here, this mosque, really beautiful. I think now, for the most part, we've seen most of the Islam here. People don't really want to talk, you know, especially on camera. It's really hard. Like, I know some of you want to see me interact with people on camera, but people just don't want it. Like, I go into shops, they don't want me to film. I try to talk to them, they don't want me to film them. So we're now headed on to the next part of this video, where we're going to go and see the old Britain. This was the new Britain. As you see, everything is halal, there's Muslims everywhere, and now we're going to see what Britain used to be like in the 60s, the 80s, and even before then. This is the part of the video that I've been so excited for, and I'll be honest, it's probably the most expensive as well. Like, even getting to the place we're going to, I got to spend another £20 on Uber, alongside other things. When I get there, it's going to cost another like £50 to £60. So if you are enjoying the video so far, then please do drop a like and please do subscribe. Anyway, let's go see what the old Brexit Britain used to look like. Pre-Brexit, Britain pre-Brexit. And we've arrived now at the Black Country Museum. The price is £26.95 per adult, but then they do like packages where if you're a family you can get it a little bit cheaper, and if you park it's £4, and if you arrive on a coach, assuming like you come on a trip or something with a group, then it's only well, it's free. Actually, it's free to park if you come on a coach. I've been praying and praying that this place is open, and funny thing is I actually came here before, but this was when I was like maybe 10 years old, so that's like over 17 years ago. When I was at primary school I came here. Oh my gosh. Look at it already. It's like a little dose already of the past, you know. Very old looking buildings. I feel like I don't know, I feel like I've just stepped back in time all of a sudden. Like, you step through this gate here, all of a sudden you feel like you step back in time. We've got this old fashioned bus. I think this is like it looks like a school bus, but I assume it was just like a bus you take in the middle of the street. Same with that. Look at that, like a classic tram. You know now how modern the tram systems are. That's like the old school tram where you just hop on, jump in, you can go upstairs, see the views. We'll have a little look at this area inshallah when we come back, but first we want to buy ourselves a ticket and get into the main thing before it closes, because we've arrived here at about 3:30 and this place closes at 5, so we have an hour and a half, but I think there's a lot to see here and a lot to do, so I think it's going to be very interesting to explore this area. Okay, so if you do come by car, then they've got these little token machines where you buy your token, you go back to your car, or you put your number plate in. I'm not really sure how it works, but we don't really need to worry about that. There's also a gift shop here that's selling like the old British sweets. Look, like even when I was a kid, I remember I always used to have these lollies. Like if you go to like any sort of festival or fair, or you go to the seaside, you would always eat these like little sticks of rock, and it's like a real throwback, like a real nostalgic feeling. But they're selling, look, even the packaging is like really old, retro. A skipping rope, Peaky Paws. Oh yeah, this place is known as well for the Peaky Blinders. As you can see, there's going to be loads of these things like Peaky Paws Club and stuff that symbolise the Peaky Blinders. I'm not sure if they filmed some of the Peaky Blinders here. Yeah, look, even they're selling the Peaky Blinders hats. Look, they've got Peaky Blinders hats. Go on, throw it on. Wow, that's my little Peaky Blinder right here. Let me try. Got my little blade in the front. Oi, I'm a farmer boy, I'm a farmer boy. Yeah, so they must have filmed some of the Peaky Blinders here, look, because that's the set of the Peaky Blinders, and this place is obviously like the old Birmingham like industrial side of things, so I think it will be. Look, they've got the little Peaky Blinders merch as well. These are the little blades that they used to keep inside the hats. Okay, we'll come back and have a little look at this again later. I think we saw most of the things anyway, most of the major things like the Peaky Blinders stuff, and the old sort of English candy rocks and sweets. So let's go down now and grab our tickets. I want to buy the ticket in person just because I want to see what the system is like for buying the ticket. I could have ordered it online, and most people also do recommend that you pre-purchase your tickets, and if you pre-purchase them then you can just go straight in that way, but since we want to pay on arrival, we're going to go to the desk. We've got our passes now, and something interesting that they do here is that if you pay the fee and you give them your email and your address, then you can come here throughout the year for free. Once you've paid it the one time, it's free after that for the rest of the year. So we can come back now for the rest of the year whenever we want, which is pretty cool. Like I said, I've not really researched much about this place. All I know is little things, little traces of memories from when I was at school as a kid. And she said the most interesting things are the school lesson and also the mine, which is like brought back so many memories. But we're inside now, and it cost around 54. The map as well? Yeah, it was £54. They gave us a little map, and we got our passes so we can come back whenever we want. But already it just feels like pure stepping back in time. Like, look at this. I think this is a bus stop. I'm not sure if it's actually like functional or... Oh, it actually is. Also, another thing is, right, so we've gone to Birmingham before because we wanted to see Alum Rock, but if you actually want a smooth transition, you're better off just going into Wolverhampton station, because this area is actually closer, or is a part of Wolverhampton, should I say. I thought it was part of Birmingham, but obviously you live and you learn. So yeah, there's a little bus stop here that actually runs. We're not going to get the bus, but we'll have a little walk around. I think £25 per ticket is a bit expensive, but for what it is, I think it's good value for money. You can come back, and the maintenance for this place must be like ridiculously high, so it's kind of like an understandable cost. Look at this old retro car. It sort of looks like an old American. I'd imagine this to be more American more than English, but I assume that we had them back in the day in England as well. Look in the window, they've got Blackpool and Bournemouth, which were like really famous beach areas in England, which now are so run down, and like the industrial revolution of England is over, so all the beach towns are pretty boring. So this is the mine entrance. There's quite a few rules to take in. You have to be 18 unless you have to be with an adult if you're not 18, and there's only a certain few hours a day that you can go and do it, and they go down in groups of 25. It's half an hour though, and we only have an hour and like 10 minutes here, so we might come back.
Extra time when we finish, we can come back.
Yeah, I think we should have a little wander around and then try and come back. But look, this is the... Let's take a little walk over here. This is like the mining. So I don't think that this is like a preserved thing. I think this is literally just... They rebuilt it. Yeah, they rebuilt it to show. It is a museum though, so some of the things you see will be like from the real life. And I think there might even be a train that actually does run down here.
So we see there,
this does remind me just of the Peaky Blinders though. Like when you see all the slate and the coal mines, and it's very Peaky Blinders.
Watching it.
maybe. I've already seen season 1 though. The big piles of coal. The coal mines were something that were like everyone, not everyone, but so many people in England worked in the coal mines back in the day until Margaret Thatcher came in and she shut them down. That's the only thing I know about the coal mines, is loads of people, like hundreds of thousands of people, became unemployed when Margaret Thatcher decided we're closing the coal mines, and a lot of people left their jobs, and it was like a real depression era of Britain. Right, it's quite hard to know where to go first. It's a very big open space. I think it's one of the biggest open museums in the world actually. There's a little house here. I think we should go inside. Is this someone's house or can we go inside? I don't really get how it works. Hello. Are we allowed to look around?
Of course you are.
Oh,
yes.
thank you so much.
Yeah, come and have a look.
Oh, this is your house, yeah?
Yeah, so it would have been the ladies in that picture there.
Okay.
And Hodgkiss. But previous to that it was a toll house.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so it was built by the Earl of Dudley to do a job. He built a road and then a house, and he charged you.
Oh yeah.
But now it's the era we're in now. That was in the mid 1800s. We're now in the early 1900s when this lady came to live here.
Yeah.
She was made a widow, lost her home as well as her husband because it was all connected to his job. He was a miner. She came here with 4 out of her 9 children because the children had started to like move on and grow up. But one daughter, our house is set now, is still living with her, and that's the youngest daughter, Lillian. But she's also working, so she's an adult as well.
Okay, yeah.
But that's how the house is set. Lillian's bedroom and Anne's.
Oh.
So have a look around.
Thank you so much.
Any questions, I am here.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Oh, look at this. Imagine living like this, eh? Times have changed. So what year is this?
So
setting?
it was built, well, the building was built about 1840s.
Yeah.
The setting is between 1904 and 1927.
Oh,
But I always say roughly the 1920s because for one child just to be left here, the others had lived here and moved on. So I roughly say the 1920s. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Oh, and this is like the master
That
bedroom,
would
this
be the
one, yeah?
mum's bedroom,
Oh, the mum's bedroom.
Yeah.
What's that that's on the bed? That.
The pottery thing.
Yeah, the pottery thing.
That's a water bottle.
Oh, okay. So how would they used to do it? They'd boil the water and then put it in there?
Put the water, then put that in the bed to earn the bed.
Oh, okay.
Because it would be very damp.
Oh, yeah, because of the cold.
You know, like
Yeah.
blankets would have been quite
Oh,
damp.
yeah. So everything would have
And
got
they
done.
couldn't have always afforded coal, so the fire what would have had the coal would have been the main fire because that's the oven.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Boil the water. So if I only had coal enough for one fire, this would be.
From there.
So the bedrooms would probably be quite damp.
Yeah, I can imagine. Okay, thank you so much.
You're more than welcome. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you so much. Have a lovely
Tomorrow
day.
You too.
Thank you.
And that is what a house in the 1920s of England would look like. Very interesting to see how times have changed, and as she was saying, there's a hot water bottle on the bed that used to be put in there. You know, they'd burn the coals, get a nice pan of water on and then put that in the bed because it would be damp. Like even now in England it gets quite cold and a lot of houses here have problems with the damp, so that's a problem that's never really gone away. But it's really interesting to see how things were, you know. Everything's very simple. It feels like now technology is advancing so fast that everything's just evolving at such a quick rate. So it's nice to see that. What did you think about the old English house? How my grandparents were living back in the day?
It's very lovely.
It's lovely. It's simple,
very
isn't it?
authentic and simple, yeah.
Yeah. It's lovely how they've preserved it.
I was living the same life in the past.
Yeah.
Like, there is no difference, but now there's so much difference between country to another. But if you look in the past, like
in the past it was very similar. Now
like
it's
everyone living the
such
same
a
life,
such a change. Okay, we're walking now to a fun fair. I didn't know they had this, but they have a fun fair here. I can hear like the little instrumental music of a fun fair and the little swing around thing. Oh wow, it's so like amazing to see. Do you know what I mean? You know, if there was just a fun fair at the bottom of your road, you'd be like, oh, it's cool, and you'd see it and you move on. but the way it's like so old-fashioned, and like some of the things are like running off coal, and it's just so interesting to see. This is interesting. So this is like the old arcade machines. I don't know what year this is from, as there's no like context left, but you need to go. They require old pennies. These are available from the token booth. So I'm actually not going to play any, because as a Muslim, a lot of these things are luck based and you're playing for a reward. I know obviously I wouldn't play it for that reason, but still I'd avoid playing any of these games anyway. But it's nice to visually see them and see, like, look, the old fruit machines. You know how these are still like a thing in Vegas? Obviously a lot more techy and light and flashy, making you want to gamble, but this is the OG. Like, this is how it started. Look, there would be like a wheel of different stickers on them. You'd pull this and then it would spin and you'd win a reward, and here's the thing to tell you what you would win. They've got a shooting range here, and then another one here where you throw the ball and you knock it over and you win a teddy bear. And then they've got ones for little kids here as well, where you sit in and it drives you around. The old school looking train one. Even they've got a ghost train. And that's where you buy all your tickets and tokens over here. Let's have a little look at how much the prices actually are. 16 plus 6 free rides. Okay, so if you really want to go on a bit of everything, you need to pay around £40, which is a lot of money, but obviously there's a lot of people working here and there's a lot of maintenance that goes involved. But would I pay it? Absolutely not. I would not pay £40 just to ride these old school rides. Oh my gosh, look at this! Look at this! Wow! Oh, subhanallah. Okay, I think we're moving into like more of a modern era now, because you can see there's a post office here. There's a oh my gosh, we got the letter phone box, the telephone box. Oh, it feels so British. Like, okay, let's compare the difference. Okay, we were just in Alum Rock. It felt very like diverse, and it was very interesting for the spices and the smells and the food. And now we're looking at the old England. Very, very British. So this shop's closed. Oh man, look! They're selling chocolate bars. Look how thick, right? McDonald's penguin bar. Penguin bars, man. I was eating them when I was at school. But also, if we take a look at them, look how thick. The chocolate bars are like chunky like this. They're not like thin anymore, and they cost so much. Like back then, big chunky chocolate bars, and they were only like 4p as well, which is crazy. What, for the chocolate?
Can you buy them?
I don't think you can buy these right now, but because it's actually closed as well. But I think you actually can go inside and buy some of the chocolates. Cadbury have got their own bars as well, so I assume they've got like a little thing with Cadbury's going on here. And then they've got a barber shop. You can actually go in and have a haircut in an old school barber shop. Look, I think the styles are limited though. I don't think you can like get a bold fade or anything like that. But this is crazy. Even look at the like pictures they've used. Everything has that old aesthetic feel. So we started out with a news agent, so like newspapers, magazines, chocolate bars, and then there's a barber shop where you can actually get your hair cut here. I'm not sure the prices of that. A clothing shop, which is closed now. A lot of things are going to be starting to be closed now, and it's a bit quieter because obviously we've come late. Okay, this is the biggest one I can see now. This is the biggest difference between here and Alum Rock. Back in Alum Rock we saw all of the takeaways, everything was halal. But look at the meat that is based here. Streaky bacon, pig's liver, pig's kidney, pig's trotter, pork sausages, pork chop, everything pork, look. Veal ham egg pie, pork pie, everything was based on pork. So Britain used to be all about pork because it was cheap. You know, pork's a cheap meat, it's a cheap dirty meat obviously, as we know. So people used to love pork, and pork was the most available because a lot of people didn't have a lot of money. So if they were to get meat, they'd probably end up with pork, or they had fish and chips. That's another reason why fish and chips is so famous. Okay, this shop's a really interesting one because they're selling the old televisions. Obviously now we're all about getting the thinnest screen, the biggest screen, but back then they just had something so simple like this. Look at this one, look how weird that one looks. You would never find this in any house now, although if you were to have it, it'd be a right old relic. And also you used to have to put coins in the TV from what I've heard, like back in the day. You used to have to put coins in your TV to make it work. And then they've also got like other things like radios and vinyl players. Let's see if they're actually selling anything. Let's see if you can actually buy anything. That's the old WHMV dog, by the way. Let's go in. Hello, you alright?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Oh wow. Are these shops, are they selling things, or is it more just a visual? Or
We do sell things. We sell these.
oh, I see,
here,
yeah.
But not the actual records.
Oh, okay, I see.
And the post office on this street sells things as well.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. Ah, so they sell these things. Handbells, tambourines. And then these are some oldish. Yeah, some old display instruments. Very nice. Thank you very much. The people here are so lovely as well. Like, everyone's so nice. If you have any questions, like, they're really open to telling you. What's that building there? A library. Wow, look at that for a library. I've always had a bit of a modern taste, to be honest. I like modern buildings, but that for a library looks amazing. I feel like the old American culture and the old British culture are very similar. Like, when I saw the TVs and all the cars and things like that, instantly I think of like retro America. I don't think of England. It sort of reminds me of not EastEnders, Coronation Street. These old buildings. What's this? It looks like it'd be oh, Women's Institute. Wow. Oh, Workers' Institute. I thought it said women's. And then here we've got the pub. Of course, there's lots of people in the pub. Okay, we've come inside the Workers' Institute now to see what's happening in here. Ah, it's like classic museum display where they play videos and show you old newspaper articles.
The London tailoresses and telephonists, the hosiery and boot and shoe.
Man, back in the day, people really like financially were suffering in England. Like, we're so lucky today that honestly, the average life in England, I think we're very, very, very beyond privileged. But back in the day, my grandfather's grandfather and all that, they would have worked like in the worst of conditions and the hardest of days. So that's just something to be mindful of. We have to be grateful for everything we have today, because it didn't used to be easy back then. This next bit that we're going to now is very industrial, and it should feel a bit like the Peaky Blinders, because I think this is where they filmed some scenes down here. Because we've just eaten Afghani food, that sounds weird to say, there's actually a British restaurant here which obviously selling like fish and chips, and the food I assume is not halal. So, but then again, over there, there's some Muslims over there that are eating the chips, so maybe they are. If it's still open, just before we leave them, maybe we'll get some chips, right? Yeah. Some British chippy chips.
Chip shop.
Right, this area is the one I believe to be the most like industrial Peaky Blinders. Yeah, this bit is really like Peaky Blinder-esque. Let's have a little look down here. It's got the old like industrial kind of feel down by the canal. We've come to an old confectionery shop. Like, this is the classic way. Even when I was young, this is the way I used to buy sweets. Was you'd go up and there'd be a shop just full of jars, and you would pick like, each sweet would be like 2p or like a pence, and then they'd fill a little bag for you, and I'd go to my grandma's with this little bag of sweets. Let's have a little look inside. Yeah, so when I was younger, I would be buying the sweets like this off the shelves. Like, they put it in a little bag for you, weigh it, and then you'd pay like for how much you took. Did you have that?
Yeah, we used to have that, but not a proper shop. You can find them in the shops, but most of the time you can find them in you know the souk that there is a lot of people.
Oh, like a market,
like
open market.
Open market.
Oh yeah, like for me, and obviously for the people that were living back in the day, you'd have a shop like this. But for you,
It's a
your
market.
culture is very much like bazaars and markets.
Yeah.
Mate, you know what they need to do? They need to open one of these in Morocco and show the Moroccan history.
Yeah.
Like
they
relive
need
the
to-
Moroccan history. There's a
God.
chemist and a druggist. That sounds so weird. Now we say pharmacist, but chemist and druggist.
Druggist.
That's what I
Call it
used to say.
druggist.
Yeah, and you're a druggie. I'm joking. We've got a fish and chip shop there as well, another one. And then here is like household cleaning things. So back in the day, this is how you used to have a bath. I remember someone at work, this old bloke at work, was telling me when he was a kid, he used to bath in one of these, and his dad used to come in and wash his hair and all that. And it's so interesting, isn't it, to know that people were bathing in these buckets.
He was an ambassador. He was in Birmingham. He had never seen such smoke and filth.
So today we went to a mosque, and now we can see an old 1800s chapel. And there's another pub here as well. Obviously England was built on pubs. We have such a pub culture. There's some old toys here for kids of what they used to play with in the streets. Obviously some kids are shouting at the moment, but people used to like put these between their legs and run up and down the street as kids. Like, it was such a simple life back then, you know. Kids were running around the street all day. They weren't playing on iPads. They were playing with all these like little wooden toys, these little tins. You remember these as well? You'd speak into them and another person would put that to their ear. But this is, huh? This is a classic, right? This is like, oh, also beanbags, like seeing who can throw them the furthest. But this one is like a proper classic. Like when I think of like the old England and the kids, I always imagine this. You used to have to like run and push the wheel. I can't do it, but you push the wheel and run with it like that. I can't do it. You're not pulling it, you're pushing it. So you need to come behind it and then you push it. Yeah, roll it. Yeah, get behind it. Because you're pushing it from here. You got to push it forward. Yeah. Go. Okay, good try. Yeah, it was a good try. And this is another example of like an old school, really old school house. This is actually a cottage, and the original building was 1848, but the setting that you see here is 1903. So over 100 years ago, this is what it used to look like. Little board games, the piano, some really old aesthetic. Like, it's really amazing to see how like simple life was. Like, imagine having this kind of bench in your house to sit on. Now we sit on these luxury sofas, and back then they were just sitting on like standard little chairs. Everyone had dinner around the table. It was such a different time. But the reason this is called the Black Country Museum, by the way, is because of how industrial it used to be. All the smoke, the coal in the air, the soot. It was very dirty, you know. People were always smoking as well. It was a very dirty place. Oh yeah, and there's a cinema, and the next film's on at 4 o'clock, which we've already missed. But they play films here as well in like a classic cinema, which I don't think we're gonna
you can spend the whole day
get to
here,
see.
watch the film and...
Oh no, I can hear someone's locking up. One thing I will say about the people that work here, right, other than them being very kind and welcoming, is that they play the roles very well, you know. Like, if you see behind me, there's people sat here knitting, sat talking, everyone's dressed in character, they speak in character. It's like a really nice, like, sort of role play that makes you feel like you're almost in the time that you're in. The old times, the old British. Gospel car. Blessed are the pure of heart. So this, crazy, right, is like the Christian version of dawah. So people used to, I assume a guy used to, you know, he'd read his Bible or whatever, and then home missions. That's it's so, I think it might be some sort of sect of Christianity or the Catholics or something, but it's something religious anyway. So look, heavens, light our guide. So I assume that people would come out here and they would speak religious and promote it, because look, my refuge is in God. Home missions, gospel car, or died for us, Christ died for our salvation, they put. So yeah, it's definitely like Christian based, but maybe they used to take people all over and they would go around in this and speak the word of Bible and stuff like that. And then this part is obviously the real industrial. This is Peaky Blinders all over, innit? Peaky Blinders through and through. Come to St James's Infant School. The time, they actually do live lessons here, so you can go in and experience what a lesson would be like. The latest one is 4:15 and it's now, what time is it? 4:21, so maybe if there's people in here we might actually be able to catch it. If not, we'll just get to look around at what the old school would be like. This is the only part of when I once came here that I actually genuinely remember, was being here on a school trip and going and seeing the school. Let's see. Oh, so there isn't a glass on, but we can still look around and see. Oh, silence is golden.
It was our table like a church.
Yeah, I think everything was religious based back then, wasn't it? But there was a big thing back in the day of schools, like you had to be quiet all the day, and if you didn't, they'd like whip your hands. And even when I was at school, on the whiteboards they used to do stuff like this. Our school motto was do all the good you can by all the means you can. Basically like encouraging words to be a good person. I think that's what the world's even missing now, to be honest. But it was definitely a religious. Yeah, it was a religious school. I could tell by the name. And what's this? Oh, this is learning about the currencies back in the day. So 12 pennies equaled 1 shilling, or you could refer to it as 1 bob. I've heard my dad use these terms before. 1 bob, 2 bob, £1 and a shilling. Very interesting. Look here, look, they've got the old chalkboards, so the teacher would go and hand out these chalkboards, and here's the little chalk as well, and there's the wipe as well to wipe it off, and go and hand it out across all these tables. The schools used to be so much more brutal than they are now, you know. Like back in the day, a kid spoke and that little stick on the wall, he's getting on his hands for it and everything, but kids then were respectful, and now kids aren't so much respectful. And I think, I'm not saying they need to do that, I'm not saying that, I'm saying the strictness of teaching them good manners and good things like the whiteboard over there is something I think schools are missing today. These are some school items. Look at these little shoes, look, little kids' shoes. They've got little pens, little books, more pens. They've got the Bible, New Testament. That's how you know it was a religious school. Very interesting. And a bell. So the school bell was rung by people every day at the school to call children to the school. What an amazing place. It's so interesting, honestly. Really interesting to see. So the school would have 300 infants. Class attendance rose and fell depending on the time of the year. School used to be closed as the weather was too cold. I can imagine, man. Back then they didn't have all the heating we have today, and even now it's so cold. The bus is pulling up now to the bus stop. It's playing like a little fancy tune, and you can actually get on this bus and it takes you back out of the complex. Where does it go?
Well, we're just going round to the school now. We're finishing the main entrance.
Oh, okay. Can we? Is it free to get on? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, come on. Let's get on. So the old bus. Wow. The bus driver would obviously just be there, and then the other gentleman here, he would take the payment, and then you just jump on the bus. But it's free actually if you just visit here anyway. But there is a message on there that says children should not sit down when adults are standing, meaning that the children should get up and let the adults sit down, like out of respect.
Yeah.
See, there was, like, everything was built then on so much respect.
Main entrance and Visitors Welcome Centre, all change.
Okay, last stop. Let's get off the bus. Thank you so much. Bye bye. They've tried to implement everything into this town as if it was a real functioning town, and I really love it. Like this place here is like for repairs of your, I don't know, your cars or your items. Like they have a little welding shop here kind of thing, where if you wanted to like have something repaired, or look, there's workbenches here, and then in there's like the mechanics. and then we have the little horse farm over here. So they have like every little element of what a town could be like, and the features that the bigger towns, I assume, would have had. And just like that, subhanallah, we have finished the little tour around the Black Country Museum. Obviously we didn't get to see the mine, which was like probably could have been one of the most interesting parts of it. We just didn't have time. Go on, you've been wanting to do this all day. Oh, tell them. But yeah, this place is amazing. It's definitely worth the £25 per ticket. Like, there's some things out there, like in Turkey, a castle for 25 quid. There's no way I'm paying it for a castle, but this, super interesting, and I can see why you have to pay the price you pay, because obviously there's people that are playing characters, and the maintenance of this place is huge, and it's really beautiful. So amazing place, I've loved it. Back to Birmingham we go. We're in, I'm sure this area is I don't know what it is, Wolverhampton, West Bromwich, whatever it is, but we're going back to the centre of Birmingham now. I'm not sure if we'll have a little look around the centre or if we'll just get the train home. It's been such a long day. Like, it took over an hour on the train to get from Birmingham to Nottingham. We've been getting Ubers around, which have been expensive, so it's been a bit chaotic, to be honest, but alhamdulillah, an amazing day. And I really enjoyed to see the contrast between like a Muslim dominated area. There's like the new generation, you could say, of like England. Like, there's a lot of Muslims now in England. This is the old generation. It's really nice to see, and I think that there's some things in there that I wish that we implemented into modern day society now. Just simple basis of respect. I think the youth are where things need to change the most in the UK, because the council don't put money into things for them to do, and they just sort of go off into a bad path. Not all of them, but there's quite a few that do, I found anyway. So I think it would help so much if we brought back some of the morals that we had back then to now. Anyway, waiting on the Uber, and let's go back to Birmingham. We're back in the Birmingham town centre now. It's crazy busy here, actually. It's literally like a mini London or Manchester. I really like Birmingham. It's very close to home as well, so it doesn't take long to get here. It's huge. It has everything you can imagine. I think I should do another video here of the town centre again. I did one in the past, but I think it'd be nice to do another one here. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Assalamu alaikum. It's been a pleasure, and I'll see you in the next one, inshallah. Adios, amigos.